Last week, I talked about keeping your resume updated. Have you updated your resume? I said that because I know what's happening with this country in the US. There's a lot of things that are changing drastically. We've come to this point where, the workplace may not be as positive as it once was. Unfortunately, we know DEI is on the table, even though a lot of people think it's just for Black folks. It is not. As a matter of fact, we're last on that list. I've gotten a couple calls and messages about people experiencing problems on the workplace. One is, if you've ever followed me, you know, as an HR professional, I always advise people to take notes about issues that are happening in the workplace and make sure it's off the company's network. Make sure it's on your own, right? You can, get a spiral notebook. You can get a journal. You can do your own personal notes on your laptop or iPad. But when things happen out of the ordinary, right? You know when something's not right, or a comment was made, or something was done. You need to be documenting that. You got to cover yourself. And you got to know, hey, is this becoming too much? Do I need to talk to someone? I get it. You don't want to talk to HR. But there may come a time where you need to talk to HR, and you need to have concrete evidence, if you will, or at least notes on what happened, when did it happen, what time did it happen, who was around, what was the situation, so that you can articulate, hey, this is going on in the workplace. It's disruptive at the very least. But if you're interrupting or disrupting that bottom line dollar, they will care. So take those notes. And like I said in my last video, get your resume up to date. It's real, right? So there are some work environments that are toxic. It is not worth your health. It's not worth you going home stressed every day. By the way, you're probably back in the office, right? Some of those remote jobs are going away. So you got to figure out a way that you're going to deal with this, with changes that may not be positive any longer. And what you're going to do about it. It's not the time to put your head in the sand and try to grin and bear it, right? I know we have bills. I know we have things that we need to take care of, but you need to get your resume together, get your LinkedIn profile. Hopefully you're on LinkedIn, and actively start looking for new jobs in case you have to leave one. So that is my tip. My heart goes out to people that are experiencing an increase in discrimination, stress, just microaggressions. Those are real, and those are harder to articulate and for people to understand how it impacts you. But there are definitely some things that you should take a note of. And then you got to determine for yourself, is it time to move on? I will always recommend HR, being an HR professional, to try on the first level, talk to your supervisor. And if your supervisor is the issue, then you go to HR. You may not like HR. You may not think they can help you. But sometimes you need to get that on record. Because what they should be doing, if more than one person is coming to them with the same issue, guess what? They got to look at that issue. If that's still not working, yeah, that's where it gets a little loose now, with what's happening with some of the governmental departments that supports enforcements, if you will, of workplace discrimination or fairness, etc. So that's my tip. Please document what's happening to you. It doesn't have to be a dissertation or several pages. You know how to document, right? Those things that, something is wrong, something's not right with what they're asking you to do or what you're experiencing, or if you're witnessing some other things that are happening for other people. So just do yourself a favor, cover your back, and then occasionally look at those notes. If you're getting more and more stressed out, look back at those notes to say, okay, is it worth still being here, or is it time to move on? That's why the resume comes in handy. That's why it doesn't hurt to look. Keep your options open, because you never know when it's time to go. All right, let me know your thoughts. Keep your head in the game. Do what you can to de-stress yourself or pull yourself out of the drama or the workplace issues as much as you can. EVS HR Consulting, let me know if I can help from a consulting perspective. I offer career advice, interview prep, all those things. So you know what to do. Send me a message or go to my website, evshrconsulting.com. Let's encourage one another. Let's keep the faith, and let's do what we have to do for ourselves